with all that said, I think we're ready to go full conspiracy nut
Oh,
mode, full
100%.
full, full Alex Jones.
Where's my tinfoil hat, man? Help me
Um,
out.
do you know I was going to go and dig out the tinfoil and actually make one, but that's downstairs. So I think what I'll do is I'll just find one and Google and Photoshop onto my head for the thumbnail.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Um, so yeah, if you don't know, this has been kind of in a few places across the internet over the last few days. We typed up an article about it, which again will obviously be linked below.
Yep.
But basically, what would you say if I told you that this coming game from a studio called Blue Box Game Studios called Abandoned is actually the return of Silent Hills by Kojima Productions?
I would say it's impossible. I'd say it couldn't be true. I'd say, oh my god, how could this happen?
Let me blow your mind. Um, I mean, listen, the first thing I'll say is, yes, it sounds insane. See if you
Yeah,
just turned around to somebody that didn't know and told them this, you'd be like, shut up.
yeah, exactly.
But, however, there's precedent for it because this is exactly what Kojima did 5 years ago, when, or more than that, God, 6, 7, 8 years ago, 2013, when he started the hype train for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. This weird, confusing, creepy trailer appeared for this game called The Phantom Pain. That was the title.
It was called. I was in here. It's Moby Dick Studios. Ishmael.
Yes,
That's
yes,
that's
it was.
that's very
It was
Kojima.
from a studio called Moby Dick Studios, and it was by a developer called Wacky Mogren, which is an anagram of Hideo Kojima, because of course it is. Oh, that crazy bastard, man.
Oh man, crazy.
And listen, as much as this, see whether this turns out to be true or not. See the fact that there's speculation about it. There's so many kind of developers in these corporate suits that just, oh, here's a trailer for our new game, come and invest in our company and give us money and buy a console. Kojima is like a madman, but also kind of genius. It's like, I'm going to
Kojima's
announce my game in this weird, convoluted way
yeah.
with all these like mental conspiracies and strands, and like the fact that people even expect that from him, I think
He
is cool.
feels very much like an auteur. If that makes sense of
Listen,
games. Like he's a man of the craft.
Kojima is a guy that wanted to make movies and didn't get to, so he started making games
Games.
and then just got weirder and
Yeah,
weirder. But
exactly.
what a guy! So first things first, we will start with the announcement of this game.
Yeah.
This guy called Hassan Karaman, which also kind of sounds like Hideo Kojima right away. Um, this guy Hassan Karaman, right, unveils a trailer for his game called Abandoned back in April. It appeared in the PlayStation blog, and it was announced to be a first-person survival horror game. And this guy Karaman was the game director, and the studio that's developing it was called Blue Box Game Studios. Now, if you go to the 49-second mark of that trailer, you pause it, you will see a outside wall with the words "Kill the Trespasser" written on it.
Right.
There's a tree blocking some of those letters. Guess what letters are blocking?
Tell me. What are they, Dan?
P, P, and T.
Oh no.
Right? PT. Okay. The Silent Hill demo that get removed and
You're
led to,
unraveling the conspiracy, Dan.
right. So listen, right, that's tip of the iceberg stuff, right? So something else that was weird. The Twitter account for Blue Box Game Studios put up a thing saying that you can download an app, the Blue Box Real Time Trailers app, which basically they're going to stream these trailers in real time on this app on your phone. When have you ever heard of that being done by a studio? That is such a weird thing to do.
I was
Like,
expecting from a no-name studio. Like,
it's so
yeah,
bizarre for this tiny studio that no one has heard of or knows about to pull this off. It's something's not right there, man.
exactly. I see it.
Right, let's go deeper down the rabbit hole. So it's also been hinted that Abandoned isn't actually the real name, the real title of this game. Blue Box Studios have hinted that a few times. So they then put up a tweet saying, guess the name. Abandoned is actually called first letter S, last letter L. Silent Hill.
What?
Right? First letter S, last letter L.
Really?
Reveal closing in, dot, dot, dot. So, I mean, see, at this point, either this is him, right? This is Kojima, or this is just some small time developer that's seen all this and went, "Oh, I'm going to jump right on this hype train and just boost my
I
game."
mean, if you think about it, abandoned.
Yeah.
The project was abandoned by
Yes.
Hideo Kojima. It was abandoned by Guillermo del Toro? You know, those kind of things. It was abandoned by Sony. You know, you're even looking at like I don't know, like just I'm looking at obviously Blue Box's Twitter, right?
Uh-huh. It's a fascinating account, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it, scrolling through, and I'm like,
Um, the see the thing is as well, man. I've mentioned that as well.
right, have you seen this by the way?
Go
Company
on.
fact: blue doesn't refer to the color; it refers to something else. Can you
Yes,
guess it? The correct answer is best level user experience.
yes. Yeah, they put that tweet up after I finished this article, so this was in the update section at the bottom. What a weird thing to put. Like, what?
The first one,
Blue-
the first one to guess it will get access to the closed alpha version for
yeah.
abandon once it's ready.
Yep. Who does that?
What?
um, okay, so continuing on with this weird stream of tweets, they also put a thing out saying that listen, we want to set things straight. We have no relation with Konami. Silent Hill is owned by Konami. We do not have any relations with Hideo Kojima. It was never our intention to tease this game with Silent Hill. Aye, okay, that's what they would say, right? So, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, well, that's it debunked," and I'm like, "Well, obviously they're not going to admit it. Like, don't be dense." Um,
Here's another thing as well. Sorry, just I'm on this Twitter account and I'm looking at it and I'm seeing like some gameplay facts to look forward to.
yes, yes,
What?
that's a strange. Right, let's. If you want to do
What?
that, let's do that.
Sorry,
Because
sorry,
no, no,
no,
no, no, no,
sorry,
no, no,
no,
no, no,
no,
no,
no,
no,
don't,
no.
I- don't I
Let's
cut
do
you
it, man.
down, but it's,
Right, listen, listen. If we're going full tinfoil hat, let's do it.
I'm getting fully invested in here by
So,
reading these tweets,
Mass,
man.
you read out those gameplay facts that they've put down
Okay,
for me.
next gen graphics, 4K 60, no HUDs, manual ammo check, taking care of wounds, realistic cinematic survival, snowflakes of blood,
Right.
gameplay review closing in.
Okay. So, see that one, snowflakes of blood. Is that not a strange thing to
I
put in
was
your
gonna say
gameplay
that
features?
feels, yeah, yeah.
Guillermo del Toro, when
Ah.
Silent Hill was announced and Del Toro was announced to appear in Silent Hill or Silent Hills, um, Del Toro, when he was asked to describe what it was like being on set, or I don't know if this is a part of gameplay he's seen, but he was asked to describe something to do with Silent Hills, and what he said was it was snowflakes and blood, so very vague, wet blood. Well, apparently it was a teaser to new Silent Hills.
Okay.
Now, come on, right? Snowflakes of blood, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say right. It's just such a weirdly specific. It could be, as you said, like a weird gimmicking thing, but come on.
Let's slide that out of the way. Now, in a follow up tweet to the one saying, basically denying that it was Kojima, they said, "We are confident with our game as it is right now. The teaser back in April was just an announcement that this game is in development. The actual game itself has never been shown. We hope that we will still be able to convince everyone with the first time reveal."
Right.
Okay, now let's. This part of the article is called "Do You Want to Get Nuts? Let's Get Nuts." So the logo for Blue Box Game Studios is just a black box with the words Blue Box written in it,
yeah.
and the font is the exact same as the Sony PlayStation Studios logo. They've used the
Okay.
exact same font.
Yep.
See that PlayStation Studios logo when it plays at the start of a trailer? It's like a wee animation.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what appears before the logo appears?
A blue box.
A
Are you
blue
kidding me on?
box, right?
Oh my
A blue
god.
box fades away and turns into the PlayStation logo. Look on your shelf right now. What do you have? PS4 games, PS5 games. What are they kept in? A blue box.
Box.
Right? Listen, it's
Ah!
all connected. Okay, now let's get back to the main man. Let's get back to Hassan Karaman. Okay,
Wait,
there.
have we seen a photo of Hassan Karaman?
I'll send you a photo of Hassan Karaman. I don't think this is real. I take it this is a mock-up that somebody's done, but it's included in the article for people that are like watching or listening. But yeah, this is a huge red herring that somebody's just made up, or this is just Kojima taking an absolute piss at this point. There you go, Mass. So, right, where are we? We're at the PlayStation logo, but this guy Hassan Karaman.
Oh, jeez, alright, fair enough.
Yeah, it's just Kojima and glasses and a wig. So yes, let's get on this gentleman. So he's apparently worked in the industry supporting other games for a number of years at this point. However, see if you look on the internet, there's absolutely
Like nothing about him.
no credit, nothing about him at all. Also, this guy, if you can't connect him, but if you connect Blue Box Studios to anything, they apparently helped develop an early access title on Steam called The Haunting, The Hauntings description states that it's inspired by Fatal Frame, which is another classic Japanese horror game. It has been since taken over development by a new developer called Create Q, so Blue Box are no longer on that. Other than that, Blue Box only have two other credits. One called The Whisperer and one called Tale of the Six Swords. Both of them are Android games.
Okay.
They appeared on the Android App Store. They were both downloaded 5 times and then they were removed. They're no longer there.
What the fuck is this?
Um, yeah, it's getting weird.
It's just going to the top, man. It's all the way to the top.
So your man Hassan, right? He has a profile. He does have a profile on the Apple App Store.
Okay.
On the Apple App Store, he is credited for having worked on a fitness app called GoFit XL. The description of that app reads personal training programs / PT. Hideo, you're making it too easy at this point. Come on, man. Again, he's got a LinkedIn profile, but it's empty. Now, this might all be a bit tenuous. I might be losing a few people here, right? But let me give you something more concrete. If you go into Google Translate and you translate from Japanese to Turkish, if you type in the word Hideo, Hideo,
Yeah.
guess what you get back?
Oh no.
Karaman. You get the other dude's name back. If you translate from Japanese to Turkish, Hideo turns into Karaman.
That's no. That's what is.
The guy also has an account on the PlayStation Network, and it's a verified account, which is something that's usually kept for big developers. So he's got the official tick. Now this guy has apparently never developed a major game before, so that is what it is.
Yeah.
If you want to find him, his account's called Sneaky Warrior. Warrior's got 2 R's. This guy has played a game called Demon Blood on his account. The game hasn't been announced. It's not out yet. It's obviously something that he's been sent early. Why would a random guy that's never been put of anything significant have played a game that's obviously embargoed? That makes no sense. Clearly, it's somebody sending stuff to Kojima early.
Hmm. Hmm.
If you go into the Blue Box website, there's absolutely nothing to be found at all. There's no trailers, blog posts, job listings. There's only a few links to their various social media pages, which again are empty. Now, let me remind you, this game's might be out this year. This game is announced to come out in late 2021. Why would the website not have anything on it to promote it? That's bizarre. Like, surely we'd be trying to promote the hell out of this game. If this was an unknown studio that hadn't made anything before, they should be their social media stuff should be absolutely, lit on fire, and they're not doing anything. So yeah, that's not right either. Yeah. Also, I mean, see if we go to these tweets. See if you want to get really deep into the nitty gritty. See if you look at the times that the tweets are put out. It would be the Blue Box Studios, I should have mentioned, are based in Netherlands. They're based in Holland.
Yeah, that's what you say. Hmm.
Now, these tweets, they would be 4 in the morning in Holland, 3 in the morning, middle of the night time. If they were tweeted from Tokyo, they would take place during the working day between 9 and 5. Got a wee feeling this is a Japanese guy putting it out and not a Dutch
Yeah,
guy, but
yeah. I
that's
was
just
gonna
me.
say.
Now, this is proper tinfoil hat stuff, right? We spoke earlier about the Death Stranding director's cut trailer that was shown at the Summer Games Fest.
Okay.
In that trailer, your man Norman Reedus, or Sam Bridges, he takes a box off the shelf, he puts it in the ground, and he jumps into that box. Everybody thought it was a Metal Gear reference. However,
Okay.
he's wearing a blue suit. He's in a box, blue box, and there's more. He's got a flag on his back. The suit has a flag on the back. Guess what flag? The Dutch flag, the Netherlands flag.
Oh
It's
man.
all connected. The one thing shooting this down is how weird Konami are with their IP. They also do still own Silent Hill.
But I'm pretty sure they said they were
However,
relaxing it, haven't they?
yes, there is an article that I reported on earlier in the year that says that they're basically licensing out their IPs. The quote from the article was, "The Japanese publishing behemoth plans to outsource franchises such as Metal Gear, Silent Hill, and Castlevania to allow other developers to create new entries in each series, respectively." Why could this not be Konami licensing this out to Kojima Productions? It is. That's what's happening. I'm convinced. Now, that was the end of my article, but I did a wee bit of digging. Back in 2016, this is something that was never really reported much on afterwards, but back in 2016,
I just to point something out. Sorry, not to
no,
cut
you
you
go.
off, Dan. So you know how you were talking about that Go Fitness app earlier on?
Yes.
Blue Box Studios responded to the tweet that was from,
Okay.
and do you know what they said underneath?
No.
Yeah, that isn't Hassan Karaman from BB Game Studios. Dot, dot, dot.
Come on. How many Hassan Karamans are there, man? Also, same initials as Hideo Kojima, HK. Yeah, so back to what I was saying, it was a tweet put out by the official PlayStation Europe account, announcing that Kojima Productions are setting up a small satellite studio based in Amsterdam. The studio was announced in 2016. We never heard anything about it since. There was a few job listings for it, and they put a team together. Kojima put a team together and based them in Amsterdam. They've not developed anything yet, but Amsterdam, same neck of the woods as Hassan Karaman and Blue Box Studios.
Man.
If you go into Hideo Kojima's Twitter account, there was a tweet put out, I think 2 days ago, and it was just a photo of some trees. However, those trees are almost exactly the same as the trees shown in the teaser trailer. That, as of now, is about all I've got. But listen, even if this isn't true, right, if we're way off the mark, there's too much going on here for something's not right. Something's not right with this whole thing.
It feels like there's definitely something underneath here. It goes all the way to the top, Dan. It's all the way to the top.
this live stream trailer that they're teasing, it goes live on the 22nd, which is Tuesday, right? Okay. So we'll know on Tuesday. We're going to know more. Either it's going to come out and somehow sort of disprove that it's a Kojima thing, or it's going to come out and they're going to be like, no, this is Silent Hills, or third option, it's probably just going to create more questions. But we'll see. In a few days' time, we'll have another trailer to go in, which I will probably end up reporting on the website or talking about the podcast again. But yeah, that's where we're at right now.
Oh man, honestly, I'm excited for this. If it turns out to be true,
I've shared this article about in a fair amount of groups, and quite a lot of people online seem to think it is legit. And as I said, at the very least, something's not right. Listen, we might all be disappointed, but regardless, this is such a fun way to announce a game. Like, I love this, man.
It's very Kojima as well.
Just do some batshit theories and get people thinking, like, and get the hype train going. And listen, see if it's not, see if it is just some random guy. Fair play, because he's created a lot of hype for this game that's not even happening. So, good for you, mate.
Oh man.
So yeah, that's my tinfoil hat theory in full.
Honestly, it's not the craziest. It's crazy, but it's not the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
I missed out some details, so you can go into the website and read the article for yourself and let us know what you think. And let us know what you think in the comments below as well. But yeah.
Thank you for listening to Disassembled. You can find more news and reviews on BigGlasgowComicPage.com. And don't forget, you can also find us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as BGCP Comic Con. Make sure you also subscribe on your podcast provider of choice for new episodes every week.